Instagram Live with Tiana Today. Instagram Live with Tiana Today. And Alyx Steele, she is joining me today, and I'm super excited to have her on this Instagram Live. It is Thursday. You know it's 2 p.m. You know where to be. All right. The request is coming in. Here we go. This is taking a second. What's happening? How are you?
Really great. I'm having a great day. How you doing?
No, you've been busy. I saw the schedule.
I know. It's everything comes at once, doesn't it? But it's exciting. The energy's moving. It's nice.
I'm really happy that your wall is getting featured on this Instagram Live because this.
And you like the wall?
I love you and I love the wall
I came up specifically for the wall.
because it's epic. And it's like every time I see you on a Zoom, anytime it makes everything feel like we're living our best life. Oh my God, look at our hands. Let's get into it. What is so exciting about this conversation? First and foremost, Alyx Steele, I think you're our first CDPA community member coming in live for this, which is really exciting. So I can't wait for people to hear. But you also, correct me if I'm wrong, you learned about me through an IG Live.
Huh? Yeah. So I've always sort of known you.
Okay.
You know, I've always known, like, I knew your career, like I knew your name, I knew you.
Okay.
You know, but I think it was when you went live with Mel, with Mel Shallow. And it
Yes.
time I locked in and was like, oh, let me see what these two are doing together, because they both. And I
Come
listened to
on.
the conversation, and I was really proud of Mel. I remember Mel talking about, she's been through the creative director program and all the things she was doing. I was like, okay, this is amazing, like for Mel. But
Mhm.
also, what is this? Is this because I knew I was going to be moving to LA soon, and
Yeah.
I was looking for that next step. And I was like, okay, let me just keep my eye on sort of what this is. And then, of course, I was always on the lives and I was checking in and
Yeah.
advice. I was like, okay, sign me up.
Honestly, it just makes me so excited to know that, when we do these lives, you don't know who's paying attention. You don't know like what the reach is, but when you're passionate about something, you like create and generate these things. And I'm just so glad that our worlds have connected in this way because you just got here.
I literally, I've been in 9 months now.
You could have had a baby girl.
9 months. And what else is really interesting, I think, is timing. Because, sometimes you hear the same information 10 times.
Yeah.
You're not ready to hear it. And then when the time is right, you hear it, the same information again. And you're like, now's my time. It just hits differently.
Yeah.
It's all about timing as well.
So you've been here for 9 months.
9 months.
And I love what's so great about I don't know if you do it. I know you do it on TikTok. You show the differences. You're like, what I've learned about living in LA. There's so many silly things that I don't pay attention to because I've been here for over 20 years, but hearing it from you cracks me up.
I think like, because I'm here to like work and grow, all of that. And that's like the serious big goal. But also, let's just have fun and let's be silly and let's experience LA and meet people. So I'm trying to just really immerse myself in it all.
Yeah.
I have a 3-year visa and of course I can extend and all of that. But I'm like, we just don't know what these 3 years are going to bring. So let's just do it all. Let's just put it out, see what comes back.
No, I completely agree. And I think you are learning in this moment too, just like make it count. You're here. Make every moment count. Good, bad, the unknown, and then the known when they come together. And I almost find it, I'm watching and learning through you too. Cause again, I've been here for so long, but like learning, getting familiar to the city, it's really fascinating to me to hear it from your perspective. Thanks. So don't stop.
And do you know what? I know we've inspired each other back onto TikTok.
I know.
I'm like, you're doing the TikToks, and I'm like, well, I better do a TikTok today. We're inspiring each other. Even the lives, even doing this. I used to do this a lot, and now you're doing it. I'm like, I should be doing that more.
Yeah.
It's cultivating that energy together all the time, isn't it?
It is. And it's not necessarily meant not everybody gets triggered to activate the way that we have. And And I think because we kind of have this momentum going, which I know your program is called Momentum, like that energy. I like having that with you. And so, okay, I want to go back to when we first met. Well, maybe we've met in the past and I forgot, but you came to the setting the stage, the in-person experience.
So excited. You know, when I seen, so let me just like explain a little bit about where I was before. So in
Please.
England, you know, I've had a great time in England. I've had a great career. I'm really happy with where I was at, but there was more I wanted to experience, and that's really why me and my wife come to LA. And with the view of taking my career from choreographer from where I'm at forwards, right? For years, I've always said that, you know, I'm definitely going to be a creative director. That's definitely what I want to do. But it's like, well, when are you doing things? And so when you shared the setting the stage, the panel, it's like multicam director, like big producer, and I was like, "Are you joking me? This is exactly what I need." Because when I first got to LA, I was kind of jumping into the dance spaces, and I was like, "It's not feeding my soul at all. That's not where I'm at anymore." So I was looking specifically to get around these other people. And so you shared, and I was like, right, that's it. Well, I've got to go. And when I first got here, I really had no money. And I was like, just need to find that money, get there,
Yeah.
because I can invest. And when you move,
Yeah.
everything, the energy moves, you know. And the best night, it was just, I came home and I came by myself as well because I really wanted to just immerse myself. I wanted to have conversations and just be present. So I came alone to force myself to kind of like just meet people and make friends. It was just amazing. It was just to hear from everyone, and all the different roles, you know, like I never really fully understood to that depth the role of, let's say, producer, like the showrunner. Like I was like, oh, I didn't realize those things, you know, and it ignited me to be like, okay, my time is now. Now is the time to, because I've been, yeah, how many years do we say, oh, I want to do that? You know, at some point I'm going to do that. I was like, okay. And you know what? Do you know the one thing that it helped me with? Me feel like I'm closer than I realize. We think we're far from these things, but actually listening to everyone and looking around, I was like, I can do this and I can do it now.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need to wait. I just need to jump. I just need to invest the time, invest the energy, do the learning or whatever. But just jump now and make the decision. And that's what that night did for me. And I was like all in. And I think I signed up the next day.
You did. Yeah, you like Alex, you were the first person to join the community that had not gone through the academy. And it opened my eyes to see that people can thrive and be in the community without doing that initial program. Because I'm building this as well. Like this is just started a year ago for me. And that night opened my eyes too. It really did. Like and the more that we keep jumping and the more that we keep saying yes to things, we also realize that we are being conditioned for those next steps. It's not for nothing. It's not just for that moment. It's not just for that gig. And in the dance space, what I have noticed too is that dancers are being shaped and conditioned for things like this because of time management, leadership, working under pressure, and being personalities. Like if you're going to be on stage, you got to have a personality. You can't just like come and mom back. So that means you probably can talk to a lot of different people. And when you can do that, that's setting you up for being a great creative leader, great producer. And then if you're like, oh, but what if show running is an idea? And what if being a director is an idea? Then it's again, not that far. It's just saying yes to yourself,
Yeah.
you
Absolutely.
know?
Yeah.
Um, so this week we did a little challenge inside the community that really opened your eyes too about how, in our bubble of dance, we have our lane, but as creative directors, it's a much wider lane.
And it made me, because obviously when you, let's say as a choreographer, obviously you all working together. And initially when I became a choreographer, I loved the collaboration.
Yeah.
That main things. Obviously I love to create and, you know, working with the dancers in the space and all that. But the collaboration with all the other heads of departments, I loved it because as a dancer, you don't get that. You kind of just you and your dancers. And so now I'm getting to collaborate and this and that, but actually I'm only still my little part. I bring my part to the table, you know,
Yeah.
and sort of witness the rest. and I've felt a bit constricted by that, and then I'm like, I've been on jobs and I'm looking, I'm like, I want to have an input over there and over there. And, I want to do that as well. So I think this is specifically having this challenge to create wider think about the screen content and there's the costume and it really, I was that kid in a playground. I was like, oh my God. It was like roadblocks as well of like, oh, I haven't ever thought about this before, or I don't know actually how to do that. But then that set me off on a whole learning spree of like, well, let me Google that. Let me Google, well, what is that? Let me Google that. And I was like, oh, so just through putting that presentation together and pitching it, I had 2 weeks of learning prior to that. And then your feedback as well, more learning, so it's not just the one, it's the expanding past myself. That's what is magical. And that's what I've been looking for such a long time.
Yeah. No, and it's honestly, it's so I get to watch you. I'm watching you grow. I'm watching and fast too. Like we just met in April. Like this is new. And so I'm very intrigued by your process and just how you're putting yourself forward. And when you do put yourself forward, you get to reap like honest rewards and just looking at every step saying that's a win that takes you further because you're being grateful for every step,
Yes. Yeah.
right?
Absolutely. And I just think if we keep, like I always say, if I focus on the activity and the action, the outcome will
Yeah.
sort itself out. So if we just keep going, keep showing up, keep doing the do, it will
Doing
come.
the deal.
And that's all
Yeah.
what we can control. All I can control is what I do.
Yeah.
The universe will, sort the rest out. I don't know if I'm ever going to work on this specific job or this specific thing, but actually, let me just keep showing up. And maybe I will get there, or maybe I'll do something else, but something will happen. That's kind of how
For
I
sure.
live my life.
No, and I believe that too because we've experienced it. And then and then we add maturity to it, then you can add a sense of understanding on what this energy means as opposed to focusing on just like the immediate. You know you're planting deep seeds and you're going to be met because you're putting in the effort. Yeah.
And I think once you've built something, like you've built a dance career, so you know how to build something, then
Yeah.
you choreography career, and then you take all those skills that you've learned and all that experience of, well, I know what this looks like. So
Mhm.
that my mindset of coming to LA, it might take me a year to really get started, but actually I know how to build something. Let me just do the same again and do what I know. I know it pays off.
Absolutely. So speaking of building, you have what's so great is that you have your mentorships. You have a momentum and then that you're introducing Five to Thrive, right? That's tell me more so that people who are watching understand how they can get involved.
Yeah, amazing. So I do online mentorship. So Five to Thrive is a 5 week online mentorship. So I only work with five dancers for 5 weeks who want to thrive. I've given my time specific to, yeah, five is a great number from my past like mentorship.
Yeah.
Five that I love, that I can really focus on, and everyone is that I work with is always really diverse, mostly dancers who are built their career and who really want to go to the next level, but everyone's always in different lanes. The guy this time who's actually an artist and a creative, and I'm going to be working with him. So he's cut in a different lane. So I have Five to Thrive that starts next Tuesday, and I'm still taking submissions for that. People who really want to do the work, people who want to grow, people who feel a little stuck and they're looking for basically what I was looking for when I found you. You know, got this dream, I've got this goal and a vision, and I know I can do it, but I just feel a bit stuck. And I need that mentor. I need someone to hold my hand, as someone who's there to take me to the next level and just sort of help me a little bit. So if anyone's interested in that, I'm still taking submissions. And then my momentum is
Yes.
monthly. That's a mentorship that is like an ongoing like membership.
Yep.
And because I recognize, and it's what I love about our community, people need consistency.
Yeah.
Every I'm there with you. Like I do once a month with my dancers because we need that ongoing support. I think that I recognize that's what dancers need more than anything because it's easy to have a burst of energy. That energy's gone, and you're like, oh, I don't really know. I'm in a bit of a lull now, and I don't really know. I knew consistency in the mentorship would be so beneficial. So we have special guests. They have one-to-ones with me. We did an amazing like mindset call today. Anything recognize that they need specifically. And again, everyone's different. We
Everyone.
plug in. And isn't it amazing, Tiana? Like when you create your own community, isn't it amazing? Like pouring into people.
Love it.
Isn't it the best feeling?
It's the best feeling. As you were talking about it too, this isn't, I think what's so, um, when we mentor, it's fulfilling, but we also have mentors. And because I have two incredible mentors that is, business focused, and they help me so I can be stronger for you. And I'm here for you. So you're stronger for your people. Like it really is a flow of just consistent, constant support. And whether you're a dancer or just a human, I think it's valuable to explore it if you are really intentional on growth.
I agree. I figured that out quite young. I started seeking mentorship from like, being about 24, 25, because as soon as I understood the power of it. And then also in your different areas, I've had mentor in business, marketing, social media, finance, in
Yep.
all areas. One person can't, help with the entire. You need to kind of, and you might only stay with them for a little while, and then you're like, "Do you know what? I've got that in my tool belt now. Let me move on." And then it's like, actually, I need a bit of assistance in this area. So I'm a person that is always seeks out mentorship because I know it's so important, and that's the message that I always want to pass on to people. If
Yeah.
you're stuck and it's stale and you're frustrated, you've got to reach out. You've got to find your. When I really found you, and that I remember that setting the stage, that first one, I come home to carry my wife, and I was like, I found my people.
Oh,
Because that's what I was frustrated my first 2 or 3 months in LA. I was like, I'm feeling frustrated, but I know there's people here that, oh, I'm just not quite found. And yeah, my spaces, I was like, oh, it was a bit, for a minute. But as soon as I found you guys, I was like, yes.
yeah, no, this city has taken me on a journey of circles of people, and it's all in where you're at that time too. Like there's moments, this is just like mentorship, friendships are at for a time, a reason, a season. And it's just really cool to know that you coming into LA knew you have this extensive career of 15 years, 2 decades of remarkable work. And you're like, I'm starting fresh. How do I manage all of this wealth of knowledge and still start at zero?
God.
It's got to be so hard.
It's a check for the ego. It puts you in your place, but I was very aware that when I ballet, and same with my wife Carrie, she's a makeup artist, she's had a great career. We are very aware that we are stepping into a space that no one knows us. We haven't really got our network, we haven't got our people. So we really knew. And that's what we wanted. We wanted the challenge. Bored at home, I started feeling really bored and not challenged. And I was like, there's so much more in me. So when I got here, I was like, I had a really clear mindset of like, it's gonna take a minute. Like, don't lose your shit. Like, it's gonna take a little while for you to do the do, and people are not gonna know your experience, or they're not gonna necessarily care, or you need to show people, and you need to build your name and all the rest of it. But I feel like I'm getting there now. I feel like,
Sure. Like you've already put out two concept videos. You're
yeah.
teaching dance class. Your mentorship is popping off. Come on, girl.
First speaking engagement today. I was booked up on my first speaking engagement, so that's really cool as well.
It's amazing.
I'm trying to raise my profile. That's one thing, but
Yeah.
was something I really did a lot at home, and it's
Okay.
something I love, and I miss that. And so I've been reaching out to people, want to speak at their events and stuff like that. So I've got my first booking today, which I'm super happy about.
Oh, that's so exciting. That is awesome. And please tell us how it Did it already happen or is it going to happen? Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. Well, I can't wait to hear more about it. And then the next event that we have is the costume designer field trip, which isn't obviously going to be as explosive as the special effects, which is to be expected.
Gosh,
But this is exciting. And you're coming. Is there something that you're like, when I go, I really hope that this is the type of information that I gain from it? Like, what are you looking to gain from this field trip?
I think I'm like it's like two stack. I'm genuinely just so excited to see and hear and learn,
Yeah.
you know, and like almost like fangirl over the work and all
Yeah.
and just be like a spectator of that. But then also I'm really, especially after our challenge where we did the pitch, now my focus is really learning and understanding, okay, myself as a creative director, what's my role when I'm let's say with costume, when I meet costume, I meet and what is that gonna look like? What do I need to know? Me and Carrie spoke yesterday after our pitch. I did the pitch for Carrie when she got home, and we were talking about the importance of knowing your references, really researching. Because if the job is creating something that and the references are whatever, I need to know them references. I need to have do the research on it. So when it comes to costume, how much do I need to know? How much do I need to learn? How much if I support you as a costume designer, how is the best way that we can work together? And I know that'll be part of the conversation. What is my role as creative director when it comes? How much is on me? How much
Yeah.
delegate? What is the conversations that happen between us? All of that. And that's the same now with all when we're working with lighting, special effects, screen content. I'm like, okay, how much of this do I need to actively learn?
Yeah.
Something that I didn't really know from doing this pitch yesterday. Budget. I've never dealt with budget. I don't know what things cost. Content itself was about 30 grand. I'm like,
You know what though? And that's what's so exciting. I know that we're pushing this up. I know that you and I are in the community phase, right? Like you're in the CDPA community. And when the time happens or when it's all right, when people enter and do the academy, those are things that you do learn. You learn about budget, you learn about the costumes, I teach details about lighting, I teach details about screen content, all of the things. But what's so exciting is that I can teach you as much as I know over the wealth of 20 years. And why I love these field trips where we get this one-on-one is that we get to hear from that actual expert who can also help facilitate to all of you guys and myself as creative directors. How can we best support their execution? Because that what we do is we dream.
yeah,
Everyone else is executing full labor. It takes hours, it takes money, it takes time, and it takes a huge team. We're going to see her team in action. We're going to see like all of the costumes on mannequins, and she's in the middle of 9 projects at this point. The fact that she's letting us come in for a couple of hours is a treat.
it's me.
Honestly, that's like, "Oh, can we go to your set, Quentin Tarantino?"
Yeah.
And you're in the middle.
And that's kind of about LA as well. Like just the fact that like it's so ridiculous sometimes. And again, you've been here for such a long time, so you probably forgot this, but when you come from somewhere else,
Yeah.
town America or the other side of the world, you come to LA and you're like, what the hell? Like just casually day to day, just seeing the Hollywood sign or like this. I've bumped into like I've seen a few famous people on the street, things like that. Or like I did a job at Warner Brothers in the studios, and I had to go to the costume department, and I was like, my God, I was like the amount of like Hollywood movies that have passed through and I had all the images and all the costumes. Oh,
Yeah.
this is amazing. I imagine when you've been in LA for so long, you're like, oh yeah, whatever it is what it is. Like you've just worked on the BT Awards or the VMAs are coming up or the Oscars. Sometimes I'm in Hollywood and I see like a premiere for a movie. Like, this is unbelievable. I'm still in that phase of like, wow. So
Yeah.
like you're saying, like when we go on this trip on Wednesday, it's going to be that,
It's gonna be that.
be in this workshop. And, this team are working on all these projects that are going to, come out. I never take it all for granted.
It's so magical.
Yeah.
And I actually started rethinking about this the other day because when I drive out of my neighborhood, the Warner Brothers water tower is right there. And sometimes it changes. One time it was all Barbie, and then the other day it was Superman. So I decided, I was like, Tiana, you need to start taking pictures of these monumental moments. And just because it's, the down the street vibe doesn't mean I should forget how awesome it is because it's so incredibly awesome. So you are right. When you get here long enough, you forget. But lately, because I don't know, I'm in a very different phase of my life where I'm like over appreciative of anything and everything that's in my universe. So I did start thinking, take more pictures, like be excited about what's around. And yes,
Our career was once like our childhood dream. Every step was once like, oh my God, one day I hope I'm going to do that. So we have to remember every single step, even just, the big move to LA, just that one little step is massive, you
it's
know,
not.
for the jobs and the way and the people I get to spend. I took that picture of me, you, and Rhapsody the other day, and I only posted it on Facebook, so you didn't get to see it. But I'm in the company of these two women that I'm here in the company with. That Rhapsody absolutely changed my life 15 years ago. Was one of my first mentors, and I can't even. I can see Charlotte's on at the moment. We did
Yeah.
together. Hi, Charlotte. Oh my God, I can't even. Only us understand what Rhapsody did for our lives. After that year in New York, when I, parted from Rhapsody, everything changed for me. My life changed. I'm
Yeah.
eternally grateful for her. But then to have her there and now with you, the next who's taken me on and seeing me through that next space, and 15 years later, back in America, it was just like, wow, what a moment.
It is a phenomenal moment. And I was pinching myself in that when we took that picture together too, because what Rhapsody did for me, she took a young spirited dancer from a very small town who I had a lot of talent, but I didn't know what to do with all of it. So finally, not only did she teach me how to dance for the pop community, for the pop world, but she also taught me how to stop asking so many questions. She was like, Tiana, stop asking questions.
Was asking stupid questions as well when I first started, and she would just look at me so serious and she'd say, figure it out.
Yeah.
After a while, I was like, oh, well, I'm figuring it out. But then, of course, we become smart and we start figuring it out and become solution focused. And what a lesson. What a great lesson.
People tell me to stop talking because I've had a couple people who are like, hey, she said stop asking questions. I said, okay. And those are like nuggets that I cherish forever because you're right. I have to, if I want to be a working dancer, I cannot be the one like this all the time. That's just not how it works when you're on set. And that does not translate when you want to be a leader either. So she really did plant some incredible seeds and getting to know you and Mel and there's other, yeah, Jared, he did the program and then he also did the academy with me. And it's just fascinating to see that mentorship has taken just such an evolution. And then like all these people who did that are now strong in their industry. So wherever you are in your mentorship, whether you're in it or you're starting, just know that the seeds that plant are going to be very fruitful in the long run for the industry too.
Yeah. You've got to just keep going.
Gotta keep going.
On game, isn't it? That's what's key. I think so many of us, we get frustrated or times are challenging and difficult and we lose sight of our vision. We have to be so solid in that lane and just keep. I used to say to myself, and I still say it now, like, if not this, then what? There is no there is no other thing. So it has to be this, and I just have to keep going.
Yeah. Well, Alyx, I'm so glad that we took 30 something minutes out of our day today on Thursday. Before we go, I just wanted to remind everybody that's here, if you want to go to the field trip, The link is in my bio. We're going to be at Marina Toy Bina's studio on September 3rd. And one more time, tell them about Thrive to 5.
So you guys can, if you're interested, drop me a message on Instagram. Obviously, it's Alyx Steele. I'm taking submissions, but all the details are on my page. We start next week, the 2nd of September.
I love all of it. Have a beautiful day.
You too. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.